Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft. Yeah, things look different, don't they? They look very different around here. It's kind of like I've put on a resource pack or something. Peeps, this is potentially the future of Minecraft that we're looking at right now. Oh, those bone blocks are disgusting, I gotta say it. Some blocks over here look alright. We're using the resource pack which you can get a hold of. In fact, I'll put a link to the website minecraft.net and the article where you can download the new resource pack in the description box down below. So the idea is they're going to redo every texture in the game and then incorporate that into the game in the future, like as a part of an update. However, during the meantime, you can actually download that resource pack and give feedback to Mojang, who will then use that to, decide what they want to do with each of these textures. And because I'm away on my skiing holiday this week, when you're watching this video, I'll be probably on a mountain, going down some snow. Oh, it's going to be crazy. I'm really looking forward to it. This room looks really nice. This room looks really good. This red sandstone pops in here, I gotta say. Also, the andesite is now really, really similar to the stone bricks. Just going to point that out because that is andesite there. So yes, while I'm on my skiing trip, I thought I would do a Q&A video, and the other one is going to be a tour of the server with this new resource pack on. So we're going to go around my base and other bases as well and just check it out. And I'm going to try not to... Ooh, looks kind of reddish. Yeah, it looks kind of odd, that one. I'm going to try not to dwell too much on various things around here. I'm trying to whiz around quickly so you can make up your own minds about what you're seeing. And I'm going to comment on, the resource pack a little bit and try not to be too critical. Now, over here, the redstone lamp looks okay, but it's got a bit of a reddish tint in the dark area that I'm not used to, and it really popped out a second ago. This room's looking pretty cool. And I guess I've used a lot of stone around here, right? The droppers kind of look alright. Everything sort of looks okay, like you could get used to it. But I'm not sure that I would have built everything that you see if I were playing with this resource pack, So some of the combinations kind of work and some don't. The andesite really looks different, doesn't it? It's got a real pop about it. Let's go down to the floor below and check out this one. So again, lots of greys going on over here. Let's check out the map room and see how that looks. Pretty much the same dealio. This wood is very plasticky, isn't it? The ceiling sort of looks alright. This room will be more of the same over here, I guess. If you're wondering why these textures haven't changed, it's because they're new. The newer textures haven't been touched. The leaves look okay. I really like the leaves, but now I've got to get used to seeing them different. The lava over here looks kind of good. We could go outside and check out what the desert looks like at night. Now, the sand, I'm really not a fan of. I can't put my finger on why. I think there's just a bit too much noise in it. It needs to be a little bit flatter. The colours need to be closer together. And really, we should be looking at things in the daytime, right? Oh man, all of the items have changed as well. We've got to go back to the storage room and look in the chests. That was like a mental note that I made a while ago. And if there's one thing I've learned about mental notes with X, is that they don't really help. I've got to write things down. Then I've got to remember to look at the things that I've written down. It's very difficult to organise myself. At least with the things that I want to say in a video. These trees here look great. They look fantastic with the new textures. Evil X looks alright off in the distance over there, being a bit frozen. The end stone really pops out here. Wow, this is one of those builds where the texture changes just leap out at you. I don't think they're that bad, but they're going to take a while to get used to all of these textures. By the way, on a live stream, I came over here and started messing around with the idea of changing these buildings, and I never went and changed it back, so that kind of looks odd. The cobblestone, I don't think I'm ever going to like that cobblestone that much. The clay here looks way too flat. Yikes, no, that looks really ugly now. That is not an improvement. The path blocks have changed, of course. Iron blocks kind of look untouched, but they have been changed. The texture of the iron golem will be slightly different as well. Yeah, I can see some extra lines on it. Oh, the bone blocks are just yucky. They've gone from looking really sort of sleek and smooth to kind of looking a bit rotten and rough around the edges. Oh, and of course last episode we were working on this area, so now it looks entirely different. Yeah, it kind of looks actually pretty similar to how it did a moment ago. That's one of them that survived. Let's go check out this building up here and just walk through this landscape for a little bit. I do want to say for the rest of this season, regardless of when this texture pack or resource pack is incorporated into an update, I will want to be staying on the original resource pack, and I believe it is Mojang's plan when they change all the textures to release a resource pack that'll allow you to keep things the same. So that's good, because I feel like I want this season to be consistent. If I'd have started off playing in this pack, that would have been fine, but because I haven't, I kind of want to finish the season playing with the same resource pack. So we never checked out this top floor, did we? There's lots of greenery over here. The floor looks pretty good as we whiz around. Grass looks pretty much the same. It is slightly different, all things are. And the bone blocks, again, are absolutely disgusting. This room right here kind of retains its look because it's very dark. But some of those... Oh, do I have dynamic lighting? I do, but I don't have a torch to hand because the items that are in these item frames are going to look different now. So this floor's looking pretty good. I think most of my base will survive the transition. There's just the occasional moments where it doesn't look quite so right. The miniature biomes project. Let's go through there because we can get a taste of the Nether. The villagers have been slightly reskinned. You can see they just look a little bit rougher. There's a little bit more variety in the texture. Very cool. The parrots as well. The glass blocks changed. Haven't used a lot of those around here. The sticky pistons. Really disappointed not to see the stickiness on the side of it. That would have been a really nice touch. Okay, the netherrack. Not a fan of. The soul sand. Not a fan of. The glowstone's kind of alright. These things, change. I don't like change. Why'd you have to change the game, man? Are you going to turn your head and look at me? Yes, you are. Hi. Nether portal looks kind of good. Hey, the nether portal texture hasn't changed, but the obsidian has. I think the obsidian change is just ugh. This is kind of alright. This is probably the less plasticky of all of the wood planks. It's looking good. And then this room actually looks really great. Wow. Oh yeah, this benefits from the change. That's interesting. Our miniatures room kind of looks great with this resource pack on. Fascinating. Fascinating stuff. Let's go through to the next room. So we're probably going to look at the next room, then we'll look at our storage, and then we'll start looking at other places on the server. This, again, looking really cool. The miniature rooms seem to do well here. There's some of the prismarine. I guess we should probably go to Mumbo's base. That would be a good place to check out that style of building, right? And then obviously we've got to go to Tango's base to see how that's changed, because he's got probably the best base on the server, and it's all built out of evilly netherrack, nether brick, and lava and stuff. Alright then, so chests. Let's go look at our beautifully organised chest area over here. Apples, leather. Some of these are more interesting than others. Oh, look at that one. The raw salmon. The books have got a strange outline about them. It's all just getting used to change. The bones are disgusting. Do you know what? I think I'm always going to look at these textures and think, I remember how it used to be. I remember how it used to look back in the day. This don't look right anymore. Valuables chest. There's a lot of stuff in here. Some of these mob heads might not actually change because I believe they store the texture inside the block, and they're sort of pulling from a skin as well. That's interesting. The lapis block is disgusting. Redstone-y stuff looking alright-ish. Pretty much the same, isn't it? Those snowballs have to change. Why do they have so much cyan in them? Okay, there's all of the prismarine ones. They look really good together, I think. Yeah, items, 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 right? I'm just going to flick through these. If you really want to pause the video and... Ooh, the squid looks so odd there. And sort of examine them, you're more than welcome to. This room here has survived the change pretty well, with exception, again, to the bone blocks. And we've used the backside of the bone block there, and it just sticks out like a sore thumb, that texture. Really not a fan of it. Quartz is looking nice, very marbly. The nether hub has mostly survived. Please excuse the Optifine lava that's making the top area look all kind of odd. Even though that obsidian's changed, it still looks pretty good. I want to stick my head through here. This was a nice little design that we did. The iron blocks, only slightly different. Again, the bone blocks, disgusting. They've totally lost their charm, and that's got way too much of a cyan, bluish hint in it for my taste. I don't want this all to be negative, though. We've got to find some positives here. Purple kind of looks alright, doesn't it? Yeah, this tunnel's looking okay. Packed ice. Do you know what? This one's kind of looking alright, although it's got bone blocks in it. It kind of gets away with it when it's next to these nether brick textures. Red nether brick looking very fruity and bright, so that's good. So now Iskal's nether hub in this texture pack kind of looks the same, which actually makes a lot of sense, because if you think about the distance between the things that you're looking at, the textures are probably going to feel the same way, because they're sort of getting across the colour more than the texture. When you get up close to things, though, things will look a little bit different. Right, so we're going to Tango's base, first of all, which is just over in this direction. Just walking through here, I get the sense that things are going to be alright for Tango. These textures are different, but they're not particularly bad the way that they've been changed. I think most of Tango's base is going to look pretty alright. The combination of the green stuff he's got in it, though, that might look a little different. Seems okay so far. The Tango tech is firmly in place. It's good to see that there. That's my favourite site in this place. Alright, let's fly into the sky and see how this place looks. Wow! Yeah, this is going to retain its look very well with this new resource pack, because the nether textures, with exception to netherrack, look okay. But a lot of the time, what you're seeing here is all from a distance, right? The things that kind of hit you are the scale and the shapes that crop out the side. You're not really looking too close at the textures. And so I think Tango is going to survive the change very, very well. This looks really, really good. It's always difficult to get a nice look at this thing because it's so big. You have to fly away and then turn around again and then try and navigate close to it. Yeah, all of this is looking absolutely fine. I think Tango's going to enjoy the change. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare your bodies for frame drops. When we arrive in Mumbo Space, the glass here is going to make the video herky-jerky, because my computer does not like calculating all of this transparency. You know, there are differences between different types of lag in this game, okay? So you can get lag where the server is doing so many calculations with technical stuff like hoppers and redstone that it slows the game down. And then you can get server-side stuff like this, where it's me calculating, you know, what the water over there looks like through 2 layers of glass, and then when you look at how much glass there is in this area, that's what's causing the frame rate drops over here. Let's pay attention to the textures. It looks really slick. I think the prismarine ones are well done. They kind of capture the new tone really well while preserving the old look, if that makes sense. That makes sense to me. You know, just trying to use a little bit of words, a little bit of language to get across what I'm thinking, you know. Are these tree farms? When did Mumbo build these? Oh, look at that, crazy. Giant storage room, you know, trademark Mumbo. Wherever he goes, he leaves a storage room. I heard that his storage room has a storage room underneath it. Anyway, I think Mumbo's base is going to look great in this new texture pack, maybe even better. I didn't think I'd be saying that, but this may look even just a little bit better. We should definitely go down to this part and look underground. This looks nice and clean, as it did before, I guess. Down here in the storage area. Now here's a project with a lot of textures going on. So the prismarine, all in this random jumble, looking okay. Yeah, this kind of works. This kind of works. This works a lot. Maybe it's because I'm going into places now that are newer to me. Like, I don't spend a lot of time here, so that looks really nice in this resource pack. Wow, this looks really good. The glowstone looks really nice against the wood, I think, as well. This area looking okay. Yeah, it's probably the fact that I'm now in areas that are newer to me that it all seems to look okay. Does that make sense? Because it's not like you firmly remember how it used to look, and now you're noticing all the differences. Now notice how my frames just got even herkier and jerkier here as we go into the area with even more glass in it. And this is seriously cool. Alright then, I'm not sure if there's anything else we're going to check out here. Let's wander into this room. This is looking all cool. Some more ice here. And the ceiling looks very plain. And the glass, actually, when it's used like that, doesn't look quite as nice, does it? But it's still a massive improvement. I think the glass is a really good improvement. Now this is nice. This is really nice. We're seeing some of the quartz blocks here used with other blocks. We know the prismarine looks good already. These combinations here looking very nice in this resource pack. I think we're going to head to False's base next. My neighbour to the east, I think it is. And I'm a little bit more familiar with her base as I fly over it quite a lot. This is False's nether hub. It's feeling very bright in here. I feel like I've got night vision on, you know, but I think it's just a combination of the lava and the textures here looking a little bit brighter. Stone looks a little bit brighter than I remember. This is a very nice nether hub, and we've got to be careful when we step through this portal. There is a big ominous hole on the other side. There you go. and a mushroom cow. So all of that kind of looks like classic Minecraft. There are some texture changes right there. The andesite's a little bit yucky. Oh, that's not very nice, that one, actually. I think it'd be difficult to mix that in with stone and make it look nice and random. Just looks a little bit too plasticky. So I'm actually used to seeing this place from up in the sky, right, which is how I think we should see it right now. This place looks kind of great. There's a prank from Ren as well from the Christmas live stream. Alright, and looks like there might be something else down there as well. So up into the sky we go. Oh, look at that. Oh man, dirt looks kind of awful. Yeah, dirt doesn't look so good over here, does it? Is this dirt or coarse dirt? It kind of looks... Let's have a look, like coarse dirt. Oh, it is coarse dirt. Okay, so that's not looking quite as nice. It looks really rough over here. So that's probably intentional. False didn't want grass spreading over here, so this is like a... That must have been a fair bit of work to cover all of that with coarse dirt. Anyway, up into the sky. There's some ships around the outside here. We've got some dark prismarine. We know that that looks good. And yeah, False's base here, flying around in the sky, looking pretty good. That lighthouse is amazing. And everything here looking fantastic. What a gorgeous area. Look at that ghast with a cheeky beard. That was something we did last season, actually, now that I think about it. It was, right. And I think we should go in closer now as well. I haven't really been inside the different buildings in False's base before. This one's had its interiors done. And man, it just looks great. It just looks great. Again, this could be because I haven't seen this before. But it just looks... It all looks good. Yeah, can't complain. The cauldrons on top of the spruce leaves don't have quite the same effect anymore, but it's still good. We should go check out some buildings from the other side of our island as well. Aha, so this is the main building, and look at this. Andesite on the floor, and it looks kind of ugly to me. I'm not really too keen on that. Has she used some more up here? She has. And isn't this the one with the storage room? I'm pretty sure there was a storage room somewhere around here. Ah, yes. Go down for the storage room. This is a very cozy place, looking really good. Furnace texture kind of pops out a little bit here. It's looking alright. Lots of items in item frames. Of course, those have been retextured, and they look kind of alright. Yeah, it's all looking good over here. Again, I think it's just the familiarity of it. When I'm in my base, I'm so used to it looking different, it doesn't feel right. But over here, everything looks good. I've got an idea for where we're going to go to next. It's nearby, and I'm going to pop through the nether to get there. Alright, we are at my buddy Python's base. This clay is very, very flat. We experienced that over at our base. Just a little bit too flat for my liking. Wow, the ceiling in here looking gorgeous. Those leaf blocks really help. It is a tiny bit noisy, actually, with the texture of those leaf blocks. And Python's base is looking good too, man. What's up with all these other bases looking so good with this new resource pack on? Yeah, this is kind of alright. I feel like the leaves are a little bit noisy in this area. There's one thing that I can comment on, but otherwise it looks pretty good. And that over there is a prank that CubedHost did on Python, and you need a special resource pack to really understand it. So we ain't got that resource pack. We got the new Minecraft look going on over here, you know what I'm saying? What is up with this cobblestone box? What kind of fancy voodoo magic is happening over there? I've got a feeling it might be a mob farm sort of thing. Ah, this bit here is cool. I like the way Python did this. He had some trees and put his tree storage up here. So if you need saplings and logs, got to come to the giant tree house to get them. It's pretty cool. And yeah, Python's place is looking good too. We've seen most of the textures, and I can think of a place that's actually going to have a really unique look that will be very good to check out. And that is the Plastic Fantastic Islands, where Iskall and Ren are. So I think that'll be our next destination to check out all the things that have changed. This tunnel is slightly hypnotic, and it's powered by uranium. Oh, this isn't too far away. No, look at that. You whiz through the nether with these boats on ice. That's terrific. And so we go through to the Plastic Fantastic Island. Pretty sure this portal will be at Ren's area. Yep, there we go. We're on the motherboard now, and this has really, really retained its look. You know, it might be because it's nighttime. In fact, let's sleep in a bed and make it daytime. Yeah, I think the nighttime aided it a little bit there, but still getting this feeling like nothing's changed, you know. These textures are very flat, so they haven't changed much at all. The glass kind of looks the same as it did before, and the magma cubes, I don't think they've actually been changed. Those ones have stayed the same. So Ren Space looking really intact here. This thing you can see is slightly different. All of this powder over here, but otherwise pretty much looking like the same dealio here. So I think the Plastic Fantastic is probably going to come out on top in terms of things looking pretty much like they did before, you know. Look at this big old building, and look at this drop. It goes all the way down to a mushroom cow farm, I believe. That is a really cool build. I've been wandering around here trying to find some interiors to look at, and everything is just so crazy and strange looking, man. This place is like a mysterious maze. Wherever you go, there's all these little buildings like so, and I've got no idea what they do, but they very consistently follow the same theme here. So I think what we'll do is jump up into the sky, and no surprise, it all kind of looks the same from up here as down below. And let's go check out how Iskall was favoured. Again, I think it's going to be pretty good for him because the textures he's used hasn't changed too much. Lots of flat things going on here that really just kind of focus on colour. Oh, I like the anchor over there. That's really awesome. Yeah, look, the beaches, the shorelines, the cliffs, the grass, it all pretty much looks the same. And that Enderman's still there. Yeah, I'm glad to see that that guy survived. Senior Bumbo Cactoni looks pretty much the same as before, right? And what's this, by the way? Ah, that's interesting. A little bit of wall action going on over here. You can see how it's going to look different with the new resource pack, and yeah, everything over here is holding out really well. It just looks the same as it did before in this place. There is another place I would like to check out that I've got this weird feeling is going to benefit from this change big time. That is Stress Monster's base, which is in a swamp and is very organic-y. Lots of plants, lots of natural looks, you know, run-down buildings and such. And already it looks pretty cool coming through these caves, right? Yeah, look at this. Those mushrooms, they kind of look alright in here. That kind of works out pretty well. And once again, it's nighttime. There's zombies everywhere. Jeez, I'm going to put down my ender chest and grab a bed. Hello, Retextured Slime. You look pretty much like a regular slime. Now get out of here. Let's check this place out. We're probably going to check it by flying around because there's a lot of stuff that's been built. And this is great, actually. These new leaf blocks look fantastic here. The grass is looking awesome. The vines hanging down look really good. Yes, and it looks like there's been maybe a little bit of Christmassy prankage going on over here with the candy canes. Man, this place is looking good. What the heck is that monstrosity? Oh, jeez. Right, let's get up into the sky. Yeah, this area is looking really, really cool. Wow, look at that crop patch down there. It really suits the randomness of all of this, you know. The very natural, overgrown look is looking kind of superb here. And yeah, I think Stress will come out really well with these new textures. These interiors still look great. That's awesome. And I think this is the place where we're going to wrap it up. I hope you've enjoyed this little tour of the server in this resource pack. As I said, I'm going on a skiing holiday, so I was looking for something to, you know, drop onto the server and record a quick video for all of you. And I've enjoyed it. It's nice to see what the future of Minecraft will look like. And I've got to say what I said at the beginning. I'm going to continue playing on the resource pack that I have done for the rest of this season. And then next season, you know, I'll be happy to play with these textures. But it feels a bit weird to start doing loads of building and building a base and making it look a particular way. And then having that change up on you halfway through your season. That's, I don't know, that's not the way I want to play. But anyway, that's going to be it from me. So if you've enjoyed the video, leave a like. As always, thank you for the support. And I shall see you in the next episode of Hermitcraft. So ciao for now. Bye-bye.